Whatever. I give up on trying to change the thumbnail, wallpaper, thingy, this thing. Rabby Ribby best anyway. Right. I won't be demoralized. I will never give up on trying to beat the stupid mod, even though I enjoy making it harder and harder on myself.
Seriously, I've loved you for years now, as long as I can remember. Matsuri, wait! Yuzu's my sister, so leave her alone. I don't want your dirty hands on her.
Are you finished yet? I've heard enough.
This is gonna be fun, in like a weird way.
I didn't realize every chapter had love in the title for that show. Anyway, it doesn't really seem like I have much of a choice here, but the content grind stops for no one. I'd like some defense boosting stuff.
Yeah!
And some speed. I am broke AF, I just realized. There really isn't much I can do. I guess for now I can go explore and complete parts of the map while I'm at it. Go to Hateno. All that good stuff.
Today we're speedrunning Dan the Man, and we'll start our speedrun as soon as we press play on the first level. Right away we're going to get this little cutscene, which we're going to skip since I don't really care, and you'll see the general movement we're going to be doing throughout this run, which is mostly doing these downwards kicks. What those do is give us an extra burst of speed every time we do one, so when we're doing these platforming sections, we want to get as many of those out as possible. Then right away we'll get into one of the fighting sections, where you can see we'll be combining things like using projectiles, up kicks, down kicks, all sorts of things to try to get some fast damage and take out the enemies. Since we're only on the first floor,
Hyrule
the enemies are
Rebalance
going to be a lot easier now than they will later on in the
the
speedrun,
longer
but we'll
it
get
takes
to
to
those
charge
when
up
we
a
get to
bow, the
those.
longer
Now,
its
in general,
ranges
you can
as well,
see, yeah,
along
I'm
with
still
the
doing these
damage.
downwards kicks, and I'm also doing the upwards kicks. What
And
those
with
do
Dark
is
Army
give you just a
Resurrection,
tiny
they
bit
are
of
way
extra time
slower
in the
as
air,
well.
so that can be used for some different platforming sections, making sure we hit specific
60%
areas. Like right
slower.
here, I'll do an upwards kick, be able to make
Which
it
is,
onto
you know,
that cliff. We also
slightly
want to make
more
sure we
than
grab
half.
that flaming knife because the projectiles are really good in this game, and we'll get our last fighting section of this first
But they're
level.
still
Now,
way
what I like to do
faster.
for this fighting section is pretty much
I guess
only
Hyrule
rely on the
Rebalance
projectiles.
thought
I'll stay
both
towards the right of the
bow
area
draw
because as
speeds
soon
were
as we're
very
done with this
slow.
fight, then I can go finish out the level, and I'll do some jumps to hit the guys on the
Kinda
top,
hard to
as
believe.
well as stay on
And
the
I guess I
ground
could
and hit the
make
guys
my
on the
way
bottom
over
to
to
finish out that part. Finally, we can move over to the right, get another
the Master
cutscene,
Sword as
and that's
well,
going to be the
maybe.
first level done in 1 minute and 30 seconds, which means we're on to stage 1, 2, and again, it's going to start out with a cutscene that we skip,
Rebalance
and
just
then we
makes
get
the
a look
game
at
way
the
harder and
Resistance, who
grindier
I
by
think for
default,
right now we're
it
helping
seems.
out, but then later in the story we go against them. I don't know, it's weird. And by helping them out, I mean doing literally everything for them. They don't even fight. We have to do this all by ourselves, but I guess they're nice guys, at least for now. Anyways, what we want to do right here is use the water to our advantage. You'll see that when I do hit the water, I do take an extra bit of damage, but I get a pretty high jump, and it's not going to kill me, so we don't want to wait out in a lot of these sections, and instead just go forward with it. Now, once we make it to this area, we can also just take the water again, but we
I'm
will
sure
have to wait out this
250 and
platform.
stuff
No matter
was a
what you do,
reasonable
you
price
kind of just have to wait. It takes a little
by
bit of extra
default,
time, and we can also
but
take
now
out that
they're way more
statue which has a
expensive than
TV.
they ought
Now, we
to
won't
be.
be taking the items from there just yet, but they do come in very
I
important
think a
later in the
Blood
run.
Moon
For
is
now, though,
coming
we took
soon.
out another group of guys, we can go make that jump right there, take out that dude too, and just go with the water because we don't want to wait for the annoying clouds. And now what we want to do here is use our gun, especially on the shield guys. They're very annoying, but the gun does go through their shields, so it's an easy way to take them out. We can move on and make it over to this cave, which is going to be a little bit more cramped. There's going to be a couple of guys we got to take out, or I guess we don't have to take these guys out. Just if they're in the way, I might as well hit them a little bit. Mostly, unless we're in one of the fighting sections, we don't want to waste our time taking out the minions, just because they're kind of a waste of time. And while I'm doing this fight, I do want to give a shout out to Creo Cards. Basically, for the last year, there's been a project in production called Creo Cards, where me and 10 other speedrunners have our very own trading cards. They're really cool, as you can see on the side of the screen as I'm unpacking them, and each one of the speedrunners has a total of 5 different cards. My personal favorite is this one, which is my legendary card. It's me holding a Cyndaquil. And yeah, if you want to go check it out, I'll leave the link in the description, and I would appreciate if you used my creator code EasySpeezy to support me. But anyways, that's the end of that level, and now we can move on to the last one of this world. In each of the worlds, there are only going to be 3 levels, and the third one is always going to be a boss stage.
I really do feel like I should have just reloaded from before I got killed by the Talus.
You saw right there is sometimes there are things that are cycle-based. Like these clouds, we have to make their cycles so we can be a bit faster. We missed that one right there and lost a bit of time. But yeah, I always want to be keeping track of the cycle and just making sure you go, especially with these floating platforms, tons of stuff. And I'm also going to grab that TV item right there, which is going to be a rocket launcher. That's going to be really nice once we make it over to the boss, because he's going to take much more damage than all these small fries. By the way, I think I kind of touched on it, but as you've been seeing, our main sources of damage are doing the upwards kick, which does 40 damage, and 2 downwards air kicks, which does a total of 60. So yeah, when we get in a fighting section, that's going to take out enemies pretty easily, especially as we are early on in the game. But we'll go past these guys. Right here, I do want to just take the damage because it would take way too long waiting for that platform, and I can just go right through, make it over to this flying platform, which will go jump onto the other one, and finally make it out of this cave. So we've been making pretty good time, but now we have another one of the fighting sections. There's going to be a couple of guys, and there's going to be people both on the top platform and the bottom platform. Now, unfortunately, Dan the Man does not have the greatest jumping skills in the world, so we do have to use the flying platforms to go from one to the other. So I just want to be in a good area at all times,
it's a platform
so I
where he can still jump way higher than any of us ever will be able to.
And there's only going to be one more person who I can just kick to death, and we can move on and going over to the right again. At this point, we're almost to the end and to our first
Mario's
boss,
standard jumps, even in some of the games where he doesn't jump that much, is higher.
See a bunch of dead people, unlucky for them, and we
than
will
like
also
the
open
world
this TV,
record
which gives us
holders.
another gun,
I'm
but it
pretty
isn't
sure.
as good as our rocket launcher, so that's mainly what we're going to use here. We'll rocket launcher the guy and then do 2 of our jump kicks. And oh my gosh, okay, that kind of sucks. We got really unlucky there because I'm pretty sure this guy only needs one more hit to take out. We can just rocket launcher him one more time. So yeah, that jumping move was annoying, but that is going to be our first boss done. And now we can move on to World 2. Like I said, each one of these worlds is going to have a total of 3 levels, and there will be a total of 4 worlds. And once we go to a different world, it's going to be pretty different. Like for this one, we're now in the castle area, but now that we're on to some of the later levels,
I think I want Battle Track 1 to be this song. If it would please kindly play. Okay, it seems... Alright, Swirls of Shamir, that's Sumer Battle 1, but everything else isn't named. But I'm gonna assume they're in the same order. Rhythm of Veils is what I want. the golden ratio time signature bullshit. Yeah, this sounds cool too, but there's only so many battle tracks. There's 5 battle music per chasm. What the heck? You know what, I'll add battle theme 4 as well. Sumeru is most fitting for Breath of the Wild anyway. I don't like them though. They're all very slow. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, no thanks. It would be nice if the regions also determine things, but it seems to just be 3 random battle tracks. I want Mondstadt battle theme. Against the Invisible Net, Duel in the Mist, and why are there only 3? Uh, Genshin's playlists suck. These are just the main themes, and this one. Hold on. The Lionel has a different set. Oh. Fiery Pursuit would fit more on the against the Yiga, but not sure I'd want to listen to this when I'm fighting the Lionel. Well, you know, Enkanomiya's battle theme is pretty cool. Can't go wrong with that. There's like a specific song I'm looking for. It is just the normal battle theme, so this playlist will do. No, not that. I gotta poop. Fuck it. Samara Battle Theme 2, Inazuma Battle 2, and Leeward Battle 2. No Mondstadt representation. dun 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 dun. Oh, I guess it was Battle Theme 1 I was looking for all this time. Well, it's too late now. I don't feel like changing my choices anymore. Anyway, I'm gonna poop.
Unrelated to this, back in 1981, IBM decided to purchase Microsoft's operating system, known as DOS, for their personal computers. IBM clones sprung up on the market, who also sold Microsoft's operating system, because Microsoft had no
That's why
integrity.
remarriage, just to be safe.
Apple held onto Macintosh's proprietary operating system, while brand options for Windows PCs became extensive. And raising sales of both systems was their dual compatibility with the hottest game of 1981, Teleport Gold 2. But then, out of nowhere, Microsoft stole the window programs, pulled down window interfaces, and Windows of Macintosh's OS to create their own operating system. Windows. Doomputer sales skyrocketed in the 1980s, going from 500,000 machines in 1981 to 7 million by the end of the decade. That's as much as the entire population of Germany, if you removed all but 7 million German citizens. People grew excited to see more user-friendly interfaces, more fascinating software, and even some computers with a built-in connection to Sir Isaac Newton. But the revolution had only begun, and with a worldwide network of computers on the horizon, all wilderness on Earth was soon going to be torn down to make way for digital wildlife. In the 1990s, the World Wide Web, despite how off-puttingly ugly it was, pushed computer sales into a massive explosion. Computers also began to become sleeker and more modern, such as this footstool computer, also known as the most impractical computer ever made. Recently, portable electronic personal assistants have also surged into the market. They can even be attached to a keyboard, completely ruining their portability. And that keyboard can also be folded away, making me look like a fucking idiot. Microprocessors are a part of nearly everyone's daily life. Computers can do everything from order your food to convert your email text into speech that isn't accurate in the slightest. It's the continued shrinkage of computer chip technology that's pushing the rest of the industry forward. This circuit board wafer contains over 200 Pentium 3 microprocessors. Intel hopes in the coming years to get them to actually do something after they've been haphazardly jammed into the same wafer. They were originally being tested as a disco ball, with less than stellar results. Computer chips are made by a process called photolithography. Manufacturers start by coating concentrated television static with a layer of photogenic yellow. Scientists then use erosion from flowing sand to form the labyrinth. Ultraviolet light is shined onto the labyrinth, unlocking its secrets within the photogenic yellow. Microprocessor chips are found at the end of the labyrinth. Those chips act as mini computers and are finding themselves in more and more devices every day. One example is this camera that bombards you with chemotherapy and even wirelessly transfers it to your relatives. Soon, nearly everything in your home will be hooked up to the internet. But this is a much older idea than most people would think, as evidenced in this archival footage from 1958.
Here are some women talking on the phone. Don't worry, fellas. While this would normally be illegal, these women have special permission from the government because they're talking to their oven. This is just one of the amazing future technologies that Dick & Balls Pharmaceuticals still has in development that allows you to call your oven whenever you want, day or night.
While many of us probably don't have much use for talking to our oven, wouldn't all of us like a smart fridge that can order groceries and write shopping lists, and then sit there totally unused 3 months after you bought it?
Tomorrow, the Dick & Balls telephone operation system may allow you to feed your pets. Close as your windows. And even launch your house into the cold, unforgiving vacuum of space.
Computers are always getting smaller. Sometimes maybe a little too small for Hugo and his big bone-crushing meat slabs. Scientists at Hewlett-Packard are working on a molecular computer. This computer rearranges molecules to toggle functionality on and
I
off.
must be top monsters.
Unfortunately, in its current state, molecular computing is agonizingly
You will all die.
and oftentimes fails to work properly. This is due to the major logistical flaw of being designed by Hewlett-Packard. Engineers foresee building a molecular computer by interlocking molecules with a series of nanobodies. This computer will be used for playing the most radical game of tic-tac.
Something's wrong. Something is very wrong.
Pacto ever, and nothing else. Computers will continue to evolve using the power of money. Libraries. Science. And no clip. Systems like this high-end gaming rig have gotten so advanced, they can seemingly mimic human intelligence. Whether it's playing chess, diagnosing illnesses, or murdering other human beings for living in different countries, computers can operate at near human levels. In 1950, Alan Turing, known failure who went on to do absolutely nothing important, envisioned a time where computers could think. When IBM's Deep Blue supercomputer beat the incredibly red chess world champion Garry Kasparov, some people lost some respect for the game of chess. People who weren't idiots, however, saw that this was an incredible step in computing technology. Technology is a double-edged sword. On one hand, humanity has access to more pornography than it ever has in all of human history. But on the other hand, humanity now has access to more pornography than it ever has in all of human history. Computer power has increased by over a factor of 100 million in the last 50 years. Could we maybe, in time, create the perfect computer? Oh my god. There it is.
I just wanted to listen to Genshin's battle music. Let me try this again. Okay, so now straight up no music is playing, or... Okay. Sure. That makes sense.
Sup everyone, welcome. Today we have another video. We're talking a little bit about the copium here. Now, the vast majority of you may have come across videos or discussions or topics or forums talking about Mika, talking about Eula, talking about physical DPS in general, shatter, whatnot, superconduct, fluff, all the sorts. But today we're going to kind of be consolidating them. I made a video talking about Mika, my brutal honest truth, what I think about Mika. I made videos talking about Mika Eula synergy and all that stuff. But today we're talking about this whole copium situation. This doesn't just pertain to Mika, he's just the most recent example of this. Now, let's dial the clock back. Dial it back, maybe to what, a year from now ago, chat? Like, how long was it ago? To a reminiscent of a character that also caught our attention. And I'll even argue that the character I'm about to tell you guys right now caught our attention far more than Mika has. And the copium for that character, now in hindsight, was just absolutely absurd, because statistics does show that this character fell off a cliff harder than Venti did after drinking 3 pints, of pure 100% alcohol. And the character I'm trying to really picture for you guys is Hazel. Now, I know, take a second, let it sink in. Do you guys remember when Hazel first came out, how many people were like, wow, this character is revolutionary, this character changes the game. I can't believe Hoyoverse had something like this in their back pocket. This is going to be my most played character. I'm going to make Hazel. I am going to cosplay Hazel in my, next anime adventures or whatever convention that I go to. And now fast forward, the guy is almost never played. You know where Hazel is sitting in terms of usage? Right? Yeah, that's right, next to this guy. And I'm not even capping, he is literally sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder. They are so far down the usage list right now that they are basically non-existent characters. Right? Out of 120,000 people on the CN server, was it 108 of them used Hazel in this Abyss? And if you want to check last Abyss, if I remember correctly, it was 87 or something like that. It was 80 something out of 627,000 people. That hurts. That really hurts. And considering, we're not talking about Amber, we're not talking about Aloy, we're not talking about, Lisa, all these more basic characters that kind of were hand-given to us. We're talking about a 4-star that is kind of relatively new. His introduction to the game really brought about something that we have never seen. And I even asked chat if, get this, Scaramouche's kit was based off of Hazel, but like a 5-star kit of Hazel, meaning better scaling, more flashiness, well-designed lore, constellations that are catered towards 5-star development, dedicated 5-star weapon. And I was just kind of demonstrating, just try to picture how much more cool Scaramouche could have been if he kind of punches with these Air Force punches, and then punches you away, and then he opens his palms and then suck you back, and then that suction is kind of like AoE. So if he can fight groups of mobs, punch them away, dealing an instance of a Nemo damage, suck them back, and then punch them again in another instance of a Nemo damage. Maybe the elemental skill could have charges. Maybe there's 2 charges, you get him to C1, then you have 3 charges, then you can punch him away, suck them back in, punch him away, suck him back in, and punch him away. It's just and you can link it with combos, right? And for example, you don't need to punch win and stuff, you can engage fights by sucking. It's just, okay, I just realized how many times I said the word suck them, but put your attention back onto the discussion. Try to picture a Scaramouche that is more of a close combat, boxing fighter type of deal, as opposed to, this kind of weird sorcerer mage that flies around with
Okay, I think the randomizer just really likes Liyue.
I know if they made Scaramouche like that, it's gonna be mighty difficult to sell Faruzan C6. Trust me, I understand that, but my point here is Hazel was such a well-designed character. You guys cannot deny that he was the most creative in terms of DPS archetypes that we have in the game. One of, not the most, but one of the more interesting ones. Yet, look where he is now. Pretty much ignored, forgotten. And I'm telling you this right now, the only reason Hazel is in the position where he is right now is because he's not integrated into the story as much as some of the other characters, as well as him not being a 5-star. Case in point, if Hazel was a 5-star and well integrated into the story with the same kit, exactly the same kit, just scaled up to a 5-star, he would be wildly popular. He would have 30-40% usage rate even today. That character is amazing. He's just very boring and bland in terms of development, right? So now we look at Mika. Now, what even sparked this, guys? Where is this all coming from? It's coming from the fact that there's people right now who's defending Mika in topics, discussion forums where people are saying he's bad, right? People are saying, oh, well, so technically he's not bad, right? It's just, he's a attack speed buffer. You guys are trying to pair him with Eula. He's supposed to be paired with Yoimiya. And he's a huge buff to Yoimiya. Yoimiya got another buff, right? But if you actually closely examine the situation, it's like, wait a minute, that's not true. Yoimiya didn't get a buff, because Yoimiya right now is Yoimiya, Xingqiu, or Yelan, right? Paired with Yunjin, paired with Zhongli, right? Or if you don't have Yunjin, you drop Yunjin for Bennett. Yoimiya is fine in that team, right? Who are you going to take out? You can't take out the Vaporize. That doesn't work. you can't really take out Zhongli because you really need a shield. Or Yoimiya without a shooter, doesn't matter what kind of buff you have going on, it doesn't matter how fast you're attacking. If the mob so much as look at you the wrong way, she's gonna and then she has to start from the beginning again. Yoimiya cannot be interrupted during her attack sequence, and she has such a long attack sequence that it's just unreasonable to demand most players to play her without a shielder, unless you're some sort of god gamer that can weave the perfect windows of auto attacking. Just the fact that you have to dodge after her like infusion, you're already losing DPS. It doesn't matter what Mika makes up in terms of attack speed, you're gonna lose it because you have to dodge enemies. It's just that plain and simple. So if you drop Zhongli and to put Mika to make a point, you can make a point, but like your point is gonna be it's gonna be skewed. Your point is actually gonna be proved. Another point is the fact that Mika doesn't really add much because you're gonna be losing DPS. In the same time frame, you're gonna be losing DPS. Right? What are we gonna do? Replace Bennett? Sure, like I think Bennett and Yunjin is the only character you can replace. Now, Bennett would make a better case example if you maybe have a higher constellation Mika, but Yunjin, you're gonna take away Yunjin from a Yoimiya team. Not only Yunjin's buff, you're also gonna be taking away, guess what? The Geo Resonance as well, right? You're gonna put in Mika and you're gonna lose the Geo Resonance. You take away Bennett, you also lose the Power Resonance. You lose a 25% attack bonus. What are you gonna do with that, right? These are all things that are difficult for players to replace. So let's not kid ourselves for a second here and say Mika is the second coming of another, Yoimiya hype train. I'll reiterate this again. Mika doesn't really have a purpose yet. I honestly feel like Mika is designed for a physical DPS that also relies on attack speed. Hell, they can even scale off of attack speed. Have you guys seen a character in Genshin Impact that scales off of attack speed? Oh, the more attack speed this character has, the more damage they deal, or something like that. The character doesn't exist. And that's why right now Mika, if we're looking at him objectively, feels like he has no place where he belongs. He's a very awkward character to slot into many teams. His cryo application is kind of like yikes, to say the least, right? He generates an okay amount of particles, but his application for his buff is also weird as hell. So you say, okay, I'm gonna pair him with Yoimiya, but you forgo the physical damage buffing aspect of Mika's kit and you only leverage attack speed for Yoimiya. Like, how can you look at that and say that's okay, right? You need a character that is both physical attack and it relies on attack speed. One example of that could be Fischl, right? Fischl actually can benefit a lot from having more attack speed. If you guys ever heard of Machine Gun Fischl, it's a thing. Check it up for yourself. It's actually pretty damn crazy, right? But that's also a more niche way to play the game. See, the thing also with Mika is, if you want to get more attack bonus, you need to hit more enemies, right? You need to mark more enemies, I believe, with your elemental skill. It goes up to 40% attack bonus if you mark, 4 enemies. In a specific scenario where you have to have at least 4 enemies around to get the maximum amount of bonus so your characters can leverage that, it's a pretty tight window. So ideally, a character that can leverage that is a character that is close combat, that can hit multiple enemies with their hit. Guys, just think about it. For example, a bow character such as Fischl, she's only gonna be hitting one character, right? Whereas the buff buffs you for not an insane duration. It's by no means a long buff. So you want to be close. You don't want to have to run up to them either. You want to be close. You want to have in that instance buff and unleash a flurry of attacks on the enemies and just get the job done fast. I'm telling you, it could in theory be a very satisfying playstyle. Think Keqing, but on crack, right? Keqing is another good example. Physical Keqing could kind of play around with this. But what I'm thinking is a character that maybe their elemental skill infuses their attack, widens the attack and strikes extremely fast, or their elemental skill summons like a Kagebunshi, right? Like a shadow clone that attacks with you, and they're both physical attacks, right? And that, because physical buff applies to you and your clone, give both of you attack bonuses, covers a huge wide AoE, hitting multiple enemies, and then you're just slicing and dicing them through physical damage. That could work. But right now, that type of character doesn't exist. So we should stop huffing and puffing this copium juice and telling people, but Mika, no, he's not, right? Let him go. Once his time comes back, we will visit him, and who knows, maybe I'll get on my knees and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong, Mika. But until then, let's all just relax and stop telling people that Mika is worth it and pulling him and like feeding into this FOMO, because right now you will be completely fine even if you're a Eula main, you're a official physical main, you're a Kaching physical main, even if you're a Razor physical main, none of these characters can really fully utilize Mika. Okay? And once he comes back on the rerun with his 5-star character, over him then. That's all I gotta say. You know, I don't want to really be telling people what to say.
I don't think Mika will rerun with the 5-star character he's meant to be with,
knowledgeable when it
if
comes to
such a
stuff.
thing
Up
ever
on the
does
chat,
happen.
Sometimes you probably aren't going after Mika, but you're trying to find justifications for pulling on maybe a Aika Shinhe banner. You're like, oh, Mika sounds pretty good, right guys? I guess it wouldn't hurt, right, at getting this banner, pulling Mika preemptively, compare him with my Eula, compare him with my Kaching Fish or whatever, buff up my Yoimiya team, right? Attack speed, wow, amazing. People kind of buy into this kind of stuff and use it as justification for pulling on these banners. What I'm telling you guys is, you guys should honestly wait. This is not the right time to pull, right? This is really not the right time to pull. Next patch could potentially hold some pretty juicy stuff. I've made videos talking about it. You guys want me to start preparing you guys for next patch, just let me know in the comments below. I can start looking into some stuff. I mean, the live stream is what, a week, 2 weeks away? It's coming up fairly soon. It wouldn't hurt to at least wait, right? The banner isn't going anywhere until its full completion ends. Give it some time. Let it cool. Don't buy into the CC, right? Don't buy into all the videos and the people posting about this stuff that screws.
Wow, really? Whoa!
Jess gets that superpower rolling, she becomes insanely strong. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's jump into this game right here. This is just the match I played on the Global League. I have never played this opponent before. Joe, it's not average Joe. He's pretty scary. This guy's just named Joe, 40, 42. Hey, don't know anything about this guy, just a Global League opponent. He did say hi to me in the DMs. He was like, hi, what's your content? But I get that a lot when I play on the Global League, so. But he was a nice guy. But, yeah, so both players just, you know, capturing.
Whoa.
As you expect, going for the airport early on. I open up a recon. I decide to, usually I don't actually like to open recon with Jess. I tend to open up tank, but on this particular map I do like the recon because there's just so many good positions to put it in. You have lots of cities you can park it on where it'll be safe. If you put a recon in this forest here, you can pretty much see whatever your opponent is doing. A few good positions for recons here allows you to scout. So I actually decided to open up recon, even though it's not usually something I do. I kind of like to, as Jess, I like to open double tank. Send one tank to each side just to hunt for enemy recons. Because if you can get a comm tower with Jess, you get up to 20%. And if the recon is on a road, you can one-shot it, which is really nice. If it's on like a forest or a city, you can usually get it down to like 1 or 2 HP and then finish it off with an infantry, which is very nice. If you can take out the opponent's recon, then that's pretty damn nice. So my opponent not opening up either recon or tank. I get a recon out before he get his. Let's see what he decides to do. There we go. There comes the tank. Building his tank in the back, which is interesting. I mean, sure, it allows you to capture properties quicker, but I like to get my tank out earlier instead of building it in the back. I'm sure it's a bit more of an economic opener, but I don't know. I like having the vision on the map control. So again, here you can see the mobility of the recon is fantastic because again, there's so much easy terrain for it to go through, and the idea, of course, is to use the recon to scout. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll interrupt the camp with it, but that's not really necessary. Just scout with it, then pull it back and try to keep it alive. Really, don't sack the recons, keep them alive. You can keep the same recon alive throughout the entire match. You'll get so much intel out of it. And I think that a big mistake that a lot of people do is they try to harass with recons and then you should throw them away. Like trying to like sack them into an infantry or something. But no, don't sack your recons. Or at the very least, try to get it down to 1 health and like pull it back. But here you can see, feel relatively comfortable putting my recon on top of this harbor. I just want to scout and see what's coming. Even if he somehow had a tank here and he shot my recon, I would be able to pull it back. And I would be able to repair it a little bit maybe, or just keep it as like a 2 HP recon scout. But I just want to see what he's doing. So it's kind of nice, I get to see everything. I get to see his little black boat movement there as well. He puts his infantry down here. When I saw this, I was like, oh nice, maybe I'll get a free shot. But then I was like, nah, he's definitely going to bring his tank up. Of course he's going to bring his tank up. And I do see, I did see his movement right there. You can see the vision of the recon. So I think maybe what he could have done here, instead of moving the tank here where I can easily see it, he could have moved it up here instead. That way it's still in range of the recon, he could try and bait me into shooting, but chances are I probably wouldn't have taken that shot anyway. Because of course your opponent has a tank there on day 7, I mean, come on.
69,
so he builds another tank. One thing I like about fighting Jake in Fog is that on most Fog maps, you're not really going to see a lot of artillery, especially not on a map like this. Like, if you're going up against like a strong player like
it's just one level, they're really not worth it. I think I should just sell them. They're wasting my inventory.
At the level that I'm playing at, yeah, you gotta be pretty damn good.
Why would I ever need to recover 23 hearts?
So here, I build a Empire.
The max is 30.
A nice thing to do around day 8 on most Fog maps, just build that Empire. Because your opponent's gonna build Battlecopter, so you might as well have the Empire out. And even if they don't, hey, you can use it to wall break infantry. It's never a bad thing to have an Empire out. It's a good investment, and if you attack with a tank into another tank, you can use the Empire to finish off the tank. 20% extra firepower, that's usually a KO. So there's lots of good uses for the Empire, even if your opponent doesn't open up early Battlecopter, and you can see right here, my opponent in fact does not open up early Battlecopter. Here I decided to go for my Com Tower. My opponent's being a bit feisty here with this forward cap. I don't really think it's going to work out for him. But at the moment, I'm mostly concerned with grabbing these here properties. On Goldfish Princess, I've often noticed that if you don't take these corner properties early on, your opponent can just prevent you from doing it, and it's very hard to get them. You're gonna have to like bring a lot of tanks over there, and ideally you'd like your tanks to be in the center of the map where they can swing to either side. Gives you a lot more flexibility, allows you to front switch both ways. Here I'm being a bit feisty with this forward cap right here, but it looks like I'm actually gonna get it. This infantry is definitely dead though, he's gonna take it out. So I don't know how worthwhile it is to send an infantry over the river to cap here. I'm even being a bit feisty and sending a second infantry down here, which is definitely not gonna happen. And here you can see I'm using my black boat to scout. I put it... Black boats, of course, they only have one vision, but they can still scout adjacent properties, and when I saw that he wasn't capturing this city, I was like, okay, I feel confident in taking this city now. He is trying to forward cap here as well, but I have a recon nearby, so there's really no way he's going to be able to get that. He's spreading himself a little bit too thin right now, being very ballsy with his infantry movement. But he's sending his tanks out. He's keeping his tanks together at least, which is nice. Here he builds his recon. Obviously, you need at least one recon in Fog games. It's a big mistake not to build any recons here. Yeah, I was very cocky here. This is just max infantry. I got no excuse for this. You just would be shaking his head. But hey, I get a free infantry pick pretty much. I mean, I do open myself up for an attack from the tank, but if I remember correctly, I do actually put my own tank onto that city. Yeah, I do that. So if he wants to strike me, then I'll get the city advantage. And this is a tank with 20% extra firepower, so it'll strike down pretty damn hard.
I'm never gonna get the rest of the set anyway, and I'm not gonna be able to upgrade it.
Very nice. Keep your Empire hidden until it gets some value. And here I use my black boat to scout out the city as well. It's very nice. And it's time to roll up the tanks. There's just gonna be a lot of tank spamming here in this Fog game. But yeah, I'm definitely being a little bit overeager here in the capture. Like, these aren't my properties. Like, the fact that I've got this property is already good enough. I should just withdraw these 3 units immediately and try to keep them safe, but I'm not.
One used to cost 10, but now they cost 8.
And as a result, all these infantry are gonna die, and they're gonna die for nothing. So, a little bit reckless here. There, my opponent is kind of doing the same thing I'm doing. He's doing the max infantry as well. Like, he's moving 3 infantry over the river, which is just not gonna work. This tank is just gonna get gobbled up.
time
really
to
gonna make
take
a
the road to
difference. Here, he
Hateno.
builds
I'm gonna
Empire,
be
they
beating up
kinda
every
like
bokoblin
this.
I
Sometimes
come
suggest I
across.
like to open up battle bombs to confuse my opponent. Tried doing it against Aegis once and I got 4
So I'm gonna
punch
bring
for
some speed up as well as attack up, although I
Old
could just
habits
focus on
die
attack
hard,
up.
I guess. I really don't know why I don't really know what I'm hoping to accomplish here. I guess I was in a eating mood, but yeah, looking back at this is kind of embarrassing. I really shouldn't be doing this shit. This Manx infantry right here is just, it's inexcusable. Like, these are 4 infantry I could have pulled back and had on the front lines. I should just let him get these properties. They're his properties. I'm getting these properties. I would be tied with him. It's not worth it to throw away 4 infantry to get a single property that's just gonna get captured away anyway, so. But he is taking that property from me as well. And one thing I will say is that he is pulling 1 tank away from the center to deal with this, which means that he has 1 tank less in the center, which means that I will win statistically a tank engagement in the center, so. But he takes out another infantry. He's being very ballsy too on his side. We're definitely both making the same mistake here, and just like being super over-eager with our infantry, just kind of throwing them away. So I guess our mistakes even each other out, but yeah, looking at this, I really gotta stop doing this shit. Day 11 rolls in. I'm sending a recon down here. Of course, I know there's a tank, but I'm expecting him to pull it back, pull it into the center. I very much like to put a unit on this harbor right here. It's very nice to get some scouting information, and he really doesn't want to attack my tank with his tank. Even though harbor doesn't repair, it's still considered a pretty smart
I'm gonna
thing
get
not
more
to.
since I will be.
We'll get some infantry skirmishes down in the on the left flank here. Here you can see Jess's 10% reduction in firepower kind of hurting her a little
Getting
bit.
mushrooms.
I think most other COs with a com tower would have had a good chance to 2-hit KO with infantry here. Jess cannot really do that even with a com tower, which is annoying. But here, I see that he has 2 tanks, so I'm moving up a lot of my own tanks here to see if I can get some early pickups. Of course, he has 2 tanks in the center as well, so I gotta be a little bit careful. But I'm mostly keeping my infantry as walls in the front. But just imagine, this wall could have had 4 more infantry in it if I had just pulled my infantry back immediately. And that would have been immediately been putting me in such a better position, and he would have taken this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, he's being very aggressive right here. I think he feels very confident because he has this property. But you'll soon see that it's not really going to help against a player that has a 20% firepower increase.
Appears it's way more generous.
So
The
comes
key
the
and
infantry.
teleport
I
drops,
see
which
everything,
is
of
nice.
course. I know it's not
And
gonna
the fact that you can buy them means it's still a limitation. It still forces you, it still encourages to explore. I like that there's a cost, so that you can't just teleport out of combat and stuff all the time, and
So here you'll see
stuff
why
that
I like Jess
they
so much.
were
This is
too
why I
infrequent
absolutely
back
love Jess.
then.
So I do reveal my empire here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but I have another one to back up, so here we go.
Nice.
Look at that juicy firepower. I could have.
But now I think the
looking
balance
at
is
this,
just right.
Not very proud of this move, honestly. I think what I should have done is I should have used my 2 tanks to kill his tank on the city, and then I should have put my 1 HP infantry here, and then used this infantry
Jeez,
to capture
even
the
the
city with,
Choo-Choos
and
have
then
way
used
more
these
health.
infantry to wipe out that, effectively blocking this tank from interrupting the cap, forcing him to use the
Nowadays.
battlecopter, in which I would have just shot it down with an Empire. So already I'm seeing like a massively improved play here. This was definitely not the play.
No more Rhino Beetles all around
this was
the
kind
world,
of a
it
dumb move
seems.
by me, honestly. Like, I have these 2 tanks here just
I
sitting
forgot
nothing. I
about
could have
this
wiped out this tank,
Dalnox.
and
I
it would have
wanted
been so
to
much
go
more
here
effective.
so I could
But hey,
get
you
some
live, you learn.
silent troops.
I do send my battlecopter down here. I'm taking the gamble that there's not an Empire, but of course there's an Empire. So, making a man, I made a lot more mistakes in this match than I thought. Looking back on it, my goodness, I'm seeing a lot of
Child's
improvements
battle
here
theme.
that I can make to my playstyle. I'm playing extremely recklessly. Also, kind of splitting my forces in 3, which is not a great thing to do in quad. But I'm rolling in the tanks, and I'm using the little black boat to keep my forces repaired. But at the moment, he's definitely in a much better
Oh,
position.
carries
than
are
me.
in my normal inventory.
He takes my property, which is smart, uses his black bolt to repair the tank, and here, I guess he just wanted to kill my tank, but he knows there's an Empire here, so this is a bit... actually, yeah, that's smart, but luckily I had a backup Empire, but this is still a pretty good move, like I said. He takes down my battlecopter, and suddenly I'm in a pretty rough spot. I'm kind of losing on all fronts here. So, my reckless play has kind of led me into a very precarious situation. And yeah, at this point I'm not doing particularly well. So you can see I'm pretty far behind in both value, unit count, and income. On all three fronts I'm losing. But I have to pull back. I get a little bit of a repair with the black bolt. God, I love this black bolt so much. It's so nice. But here I realized, okay, I'm gonna have to retreat a little bit. At least I had a second anti-air to take care of this battle come through, which is nice. And I do have a pretty nice tank presence, so I managed to wipe him up pretty good here. I was kind of sad that I didn't have an infantry here, so I could walk this tank. Actually, no, I wouldn't be able to, because these are shoals, never mind. So it wouldn't really matter anyway. But I'm gonna get this property back, which is nice. And now I'm just kind of gathering my forces together in the center. I'm kind of expecting him to attack now, because he's been taking a lot of good engagements.
Putting a charge attack in my rotation isn't worth it.
Pull back my recon. Recon that is out of fuel, that is a good indication that that recon has gotten a lot of value. So he's moving a lot, scouting a lot, that's nice. Of course,
keep doing this,
it's not about to be out of fuel for much longer, if you know what I mean. It's just, of course, he knows how to conjure fuel canisters out of thin air. But he takes a shot at my other anti-air, but the thing is, the 5 HP anti-air is still killing battle builders, so it doesn't really matter that much to me. Especially considering it's a 20% boosted anti-air, so you can take a quick chunk out of the bottom. It's not really a big deal. So, yeah. Yep, he's moving in, repairing his tank. Out comes the medium tank, first medium tank of the match on day 14. Now I do believe, yeah, we're exactly tied. I have been able to take this property, he has taken this property. Still kind of spread out, but I'm not really sure where he plans to attack, and this is such a nice use of the black boat. You know, he's threatening to cap my harbor, alright. Just move the black board onto the harbor, he's not going to be able to kill that unless he has an artillery out, and again, it's very uncommon for players to build artillery in Pokemon War. Here, I move my Empire back on cities to get them repaired a little bit. Of course, he can follow it up, he can try and kill them, but that'll just make him lose his tanks, so he probably doesn't want to do that. But I can sense that an attack is coming in the center here, so I kind of prepare for that. I build a medium tank as well. We build a medium tank on the same day. You can see I'm keeping all my infantry as walls, so there's no way he's going to be able to punch through here unless he has some power. Of course, his block rock is pretty close. So day 15 rolls in. He's poking ahead a little bit with his infantry, taking a couple shots, seeing what he can see. Being a little bit feisty here. I don't really know why he's moving in here. He's not gonna be able to break through here. It's not gonna happen. But of course, he's playing it pretty safe. He doesn't want to like run headfirst into the meat grinder. But as day 15 rolls in, this is where you'll see the power of just his superpower here. So I move in with the recon to see what he has, and I'm like, yeah, I can take this. Time for the overdrive, baby. Just his superpower is disgustingly strong.
Oh, hello there.
60% firepower. That's like a max blast. It's a max blast in tier 4, that's what it is. That also works on your artillery. Sure, it doesn't work on your bottom boosters, but hey, I don't have many of those anyway. So, for all intents and purposes, I have max right now. I have max with superpower, which is just so incredibly powerful in tier 4. Let's just see how much damage I'm going to be able to do with this. So, start by taking out the infantry. Bit of wall breaking here. This is just 10% firepower penalty coming back to bite me. I was hoping I'd bust through here. I would have if I didn't have the 10% less firepower, so I will concede. Would have been nice to not have that. But one good thing about Jess tanks with superpower, they one-shot infantry planes, which is very nice. Here, you'll get to see how easy it is for me to destroy his battle builders. 6 HP anti-air. Boom. One shot. Look at this. Take out his mission. Important to destroy recons in Pokemon War. Destroying recons is extremely valuable, because you're taking away so much intel from your opponent. And at this point, he really doesn't want to use
I should turn off harder enemies.
He really doesn't want to use his bases to build recons. He wants to build tanks for the most part.
The increased health.
Yeah, I'd say that was a pretty decent just
meanwhile, all the numbers are just straight up lower in Hyrule rebalance.
In as well. My infantry are still relatively healthy, and again, just
means these guys are just
right here,
super tanky now and take forever to kill.
Sure, he can't attack through here. So he has a bunch of units here that are just kind of wasted. He would have much rather have them in the center, but because he kind of spread his forces out a little bit, I can take advantage of that. This I really didn't mean to build it. I was playing way too quickly. This entire match was played live, by the way. We were both online at the same time, so it was played from start to finish in the same day. So if you see some weird moves, because neither of us were really like spending a lot of time thinking at our turns. It was very fun to play live. But yeah, this APC complete misclick. I did not intend to build it. But I was like, shit, I got an APC, I guess I'll just make it immediately. So in comes the stupidest superpower in the world, Rock. You can see I did quite a number on him, but here comes the counterattack. Absolutely, he's gotta stop doing this. Like, this is just Manx infantry and action right here. But yeah, as you can see, he's gonna get a lot of planes boosted hits here. Bang, destroys this tank, destroys my tank. So lots of plane tiles for Jake to take advantage of here. And as you can see, he's doing fairly well for himself. Doesn't get the planes boost on this battlecopter, but still, I mean, if he was Jess here, he would have killed that. But it's not Jess, so he failed to break through that wall. So it's a pretty good counterattack. He manages to take out a bunch of my units, but it's not a wipeout by any means. And I have plenty of units left to retreat here, so here, all I'm gonna do now is just get my units.
I think that fire combo
I've done my
crusher is way
push,
too powerful.
I've done my damage, I've started capturing. I'm also pushing back his attack on the right-hand side here. That's not really gonna account for much. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Oh, that's right, I wanted to get the boost.
A giant boomerang as well.
When you bought an APC and you really want to use it, ladies and gentlemen, I build a mech because like I have an APC. I might as well build a mech, alright? It might actually do some good up here. Why not? You know, if you do a misclick, might as well make the best of it. But yeah. Right now I have one objective, and that's to get my vehicles behind my infantry. So as you can see right now, I'm just going to pull back every single vehicle that I have, and then I'm going to form an infantry wall in front. So that if he wants to continue his attack, he'll need to ram into my infantry first, and then I'll shellac him on the next turn with my vehicles. So yeah, it was a decent counterattack though. Now he has to use his vehicles to interrupt my caps in the center.
Oh, well, that was one heck of a boss
I don't
fight.
know why he keeps moving in here with his units. This attack
Yeah, I
is
think I'll turn
clearly
those
failed. He
off.
just needs to
I think I'll
retrain
turn
with
off
his
the harder
moves.
bosses.
Now here he is doing something kind of sneaky, sneaking up a single infantry on the left-hand side to grab my property, and I'm actually not going to be able to scout this, and I'm going to lose a couple properties as a result, so this ended up being a very good move. Now here he's coming in, he's hitting me pretty hard in the center, but he's not like,
I don't know.
completely
Maybe
committing
I'll
to this
think
attack.
on
He's
it
still
rather
playing
than
it really
immediately
safe.
act on this.
He finds my
If
recon
it turns
that I
out to
snuck
be
away in the,
too
sorry, it's not a
frustrating, like
recon.
especially with
Yeah,
the blight
he finds my
still.
little tank that's like snuck away in this forest. I was hoping he would. Would have been kind of cool to keep it. Oh well. This one another battlecopter. Day 17. It's still very even. He's actually slightly ahead right now, but I still have a. Yeah, it's very even, but it's my turn now. So here comes the counterattack. And again, this is just where Jess is just so much better than Jake because I don't need to. Like he needs to constantly attack from planes to get benefits. I don't care about that. I can have shoals, cities, empty missile silos,
Big base.
forests. I don't care. I can attack from pretty much anywhere I want. Yeah, here my mech is coming in. A Jess mech. Not every day you see that. Black Boat is continuing to be so valuable, repairing on the front lines. I
Also,
love
boss
this, like, so
monster
much.
parts.
And yeah,
freaking
it's
insane.
a massive slugfest in the center, and it looks like I'm gonna come out on top of the said slugfest. Again, Jess is just, as long as tanks are chaining into tanks, there's very few COs who can really stand up to Jess in that regard, so she's really strong in this scenario. Now here he's coming in on the left-hand side, and he's actually threatening a fair bit of properties from me right now, so it's actually kind of scary. Finally, he pulls back, at long last. Takes out my recon. That recon has lived a long and fulfilling life. I dare say it has gotten its money worth. Attacks my medium tank on the city. Should have probably opened with the battlecopter, honestly, instead of opening with the medium tank. Bit of a mistake. But oh well. Neither of us played perfect in this match. But you
The
can tell
lasers
it's
are
not.
so much more worth it now,
He's brawling, and it's not going too well for him.
since monster parts
18 rolls
give
in.
you so much
Turbo
duration.
charge. Best normal power ever.
I mean, it kind of nerfs the dragons,
I
but the
love
dragons
this.
are such a
Oh,
grindy
so
thing
much.
anyway, and you
So
should
much
just
flexibility.
they should just be
Here
for
I decide
armor
to target fire
upgrades.
his infantry. Here, look at this. Boom! On fire.
They were so
Why
powerful
am I
they
target
basically
firing his empire? I don't
invalidated,
know.
unless they buffed the monster parts as the dragon
Question,
as
actually.
well.
But yeah, here my Empire comes in, takes out his battlecopters. Just look how strong my tanks are. I mean, it's ridiculous. I am probably overextending a little bit here. Here is I'm moving in my 4 HP tank on the flank to deal with it. Here I'm just like poking my mech ahead to see if I can see anything. Using my APC to try and sneak some properties. And I'm like, hey, there's an Untire here. I might as well shoot on it a little bit, right? And just, yeah, finishing off a bunch of units. Isolating his medium tank. He doesn't really have much vision anymore because I've taken out all of his recons and doesn't have many tanks left either, so... Another medium tank comes into play. And yeah, suddenly he's quite far behind. But, second block rock comes in. See if he's able to make something happen here. And here he's going to take away a bunch of my properties, which I was kind of sad about. But that medium tank is still keeping him in the game right now. He gets some nice planes boosted shots. Again, plenty of plane tiles here for Jake to make work of, for sure. And in this situation, you know, Jake is certainly no slouch. But still, I will argue that not being locked to those plane tiles is insanely nice. And one of the reasons why I like Jess so much on this map. And in Tier 4 in general in VOG. Yeah, that hurt a little bit, but we're tied. I can keep brawling. I'm happy to keep training tanks into tanks. I feel like I'm getting the the benefit of this particular engagement right here. Comes in with my medium tank. Here I'm threatening some of his properties on the right side. Hey, my mech even getting some value taking out that weakened Untire. Pretty nice. Pretty happy about that. Finish off his Untire, and here you go. 4 HP Untire, perfectly capable of weakening a Battlecopter. So many of his weakened units fall this turn. Now I have to divert a couple of tanks over here, because I'm about to lose 3 properties if I don't do anything, and that's pretty devastating. That's a big income swing. Now I am capturing a lot of his properties, and what I like about this is that now he has to divert. He doesn't have that many infantry in the area, so now he has to divert his vehicles to interrupt my captures, which means that my vehicles can strike his vehicles. But MVP Black Mode continuing to be incredibly useful right here, just repairing, getting so much value.
Where the heck?
Even utilizing my APC to block a little bit here to try and get the city. Hey, I misclicked the APC, I might as well make use of it, right? Decide to build a recon again because I just don't like being blind. Look how little vision he has though. He definitely could have used a recon. But he doesn't really want to build a recon right now. But he is picking up cities in the top left, which is kind of annoying. Still has some infantry left, so he's able to interrupt a lot of my captures here. I didn't really expect I'd get any of them, but I just wanted to kind of keep him occupied. But at this point, I am noticing that I'm starting to take a little bit too much damage, and I don't really have any Untires, so his Battlecopters kind of have free reign now. So now I do have to retreat a little. Never mind, I used Turbocharge. I really thought I retreated this turn, but I guess not. So, I guess I am in eating mode. Starflash Senpai would be proud, I hope. Yeah, okay. Well, that seems like more of a tactical turbocharge, maybe. More of a repositional turbocharge. Never mind. Yeah. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have popped turbocharge. I could have probably saved it. This wasn't a very viable turbocharge. The movement is not terrible. But I will be honest, like, I could have saved this turbocharge. Probably saved it for a push. I feel like that was a bit of a desperation turbocharge. But I'm still doing fairly well. 170,000 to 78,000. But now he has quite an income lead over me, 21k, and he's moving into his Battlecopter now. He put it in range of my Untire, which I kind of disagree with. But again, he's kind of gambling on the fact that I won't have any Untire. My attack on the right flank is not doing particularly well at this point, but he's spread himself way too thin. He needs to regroup right now. He can't, like, keeping his units spread out across the battlefield. It's not going to work. I have a pretty big unit lead advantage now with 27 units. He finally builds a recon for some vision, but I feel like it's a little bit too late. Sacks that Battlecopter. This medium tank sits... Why on earth did I not? I didn't see it. I should have just killed this one. I'm pretty sure just medium tanks with 20% firepower one-shot tanks at some point.
Ah,
so
shit, I can't actually beat this shrine.
Here I decided to do a little joint camp.
Now I remember why I never go here.
Continuing to use my APC, I mean, why not, right?
I usually go to this shrine since it's an easy enough shrine.
Hey man,
and there's some nice chests.
But,
okay, I wasted a key.
MVP mech right here. Operation Mech Storm.
Yeah, that's another reason,
huh?
To store up keys.
He doesn't really have that much many units
rather than just keep using them willy-nilly.
It's only a matter of time before I get my economy back.
You get literally locked out because you need a key to unlock a key.
who's gonna
My
try
God.
to do it on time. So
I can
Joe's
probably
turn,
try beating up
Olsen
Talus.
takes a nice little interrupt shot here. That's nice. I wonder, could I have blocked
These
that?
powerful
I'm not sure
thingies
if I
should
could.
be saved for
But
very
it's
important
regrouping, which is
occasions.
fine.
The
Actually, no,
durability
he's
is
still
short
high
enough
effect
to
now,
make up for
right?
its
It's just gonna
incredible
heal up,
power,
so.
I'd say.
Yeah, at this point, I don't really think there's much he can do. This seemed like a bit of a desperation move. He's just sacking a tank kid. He didn't even get an Empire out of it. At this point, yeah, this is where I just start rolling over him. And look, now his properties are hanging as well. So many properties are being captured right now. There's no way he has the
LMFAO?
units
What
to deal with
happened?
all of them.
There is new drama
Drama? Where?
on Genshin, apparently.
Oh, great.
Wanna know why?
What's happening?
So, you know, Colet's BA in English, yeah?
Uh-huh. What, did she also do child pornography or something like Tainari?
No, you stupid. So
Oh,
basically, you know how in Windbloom, like Colet and fucking the Bros were like buddy now, right?
Uh-huh, I shipped them.
Yeah, the Sucrose VA who like posted something about liking the ship about them. Yeah,
Oh, nice. A fellow
everything sounds
shipper.
good. Well, it's not really a ship. It's just like they said. She said they look cute together and stuff like that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
everything seems fine, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah?
Then comes in the Twitter retards, the Twitter freaks, Resty. Wanna know what I said?
Oh.
Sucrose is a fucking, you know, adult, and Collet is a minor.
Hmm. I see. Wait, how old are they? I don't actually know.
Well, we can just say that Sucrose is a adult, and Collet does not have a canon gender. What is a gender? Canon
Well,
age.
she certainly has the mind of a child, but that's due to her getting experimented on. I mean,
Yeah.
Chi-Chi is like an actual child, maybe Diona too, but like Klee's apparently like older than she looks. I'm like,
Yeah. Anyway, you know, like Sucrose VA getting harassed and shit just because she fucking said she likes Collet Sucrose dynamic duo.
That's so fucking stupid.
It is stupid. I just can't help but laugh. That's the stupid drama like that.
This is depressing.
It is depressing. But yeah, Twitter shows you the worst in humanity. It's the best at doing that.
As usual. As always.
I just gotta say, man, like, what the fuck is wrong with them? Just fucking getting mad over fictional characters?
I mean, there's plenty of valid reasons to be mad at fiction sometimes, but this is not one of them.
Resty, fiction! It's a work of your imagination. It's not real.
It's part of culture, and culture has an impact in reality. Memes
Messi.
shape.
People can draw whoever they fucking want from fiction.
True.
It's not real.
I just said this is not one of the reasons where you can be mad about. This is not a valid reason to be mad about
You know
fiction.
the part about those guys about like, oh, I harass you because you're thinking of minor cute with people from fiction. They don't do that to the stuff that happens IRL, like actual pedophilia, Resty.
Indeed. Yeah, like
They
one of the
don't-
few
they don't get angry.
only extreme examples are valid for you to be mad. Like if there's a political statement being made in a popular work of fiction. You know?
No.
Well, like otherwise, fucking fuck.
Yeah, fucking fuck the stupid bitches. Now, there's 3 more members that we can look for.
Hello there, young
Right now.
lady.
Yeah, I just gotta say, man, Good on the Twitter. Good on the suppose. Yeah.
Was the drama handled maturely and properly and swiftly?
She just said she's turning off her Twitter so she doesn't get any more shit because it's
Nice.
clearly taking a toll on her mental
What
health.
a bunch of fucking idiots. Literally didn't notice me sneaking up on them. Okay, this guy is even dumber. Dude, your friends are getting beaten up. They got revived into skeletons already. Can he not hear me slamming my fucking hammer on his friends' skulls?
No.
I don't
Why
even
would
have
they?
I don't even have a stealth up thingy. Well, that's his loss. Goodbye.
You don't need stealth thing. Why would you need stealth thing?
Indeed.
Stealth are for pussy. Don't you agree, Rescue?
If it helps keep you alive and your enemies dead, all is fair in love and war. Oh wow, look at
And
that.
stealth is for pussy.
Sure.
And you are a pussy, Rescue.
Yeah, you can't exactly complain if you're fucking dead and if you get killed in your sleep now, can ya? Hi, Tol.
You know, Rescue, nothing's gonna kill me in my sleep. Except for me.
You know, you're probably right. Speaking of things that happens on your sleep, have you heard about this myth? That apparently you eat 8 spiders in your sleep. 8 average. Yeah, well about that myth, yeah, obviously that's a fucking hoax.
Uh-huh.
But like, it's a strange myth to exist, don't you think? Who would
No.
think that?
Maybe
And who
you
would
live in
believe it?
Australia too.
I hate
know?
how that's actually kind of plausible.
If you live in Australia, it might be true.
It might
Only in
indeed
Australia,
sadly be
that's-
true. Yes, apparently there are scorpions there as well as typical arachnids you can have.
Uh-huh.
What?
What about it? You have everything there.
I am so glad I wasn't born there.
It's not just scorpions, Rusty. What do you mean?
I know, there's probably way more arachnids to be found there.
There's your mom.
My mom is not a spider girl.
Who said she was?
Speaking of
Good
spider girls, though, there's a yokai spider girl thingy. I forgot what they're called. Kumogami or something?
Uh-huh. What about it?
That I don't think that's correct. 'Cause that literally translates to spider god, which doesn't make any sense. I think they're pretty neat.
You said Umogami.
Yeah, but there's Shinigami, which means god of death.
Why is it Gami then?
I don't know
I thought-
either.
I thought Kami, with the letter K, is, you know... I thought the letter K was God. Now you're telling me it's the letter G?
It is both K and G, I guess.
You guess.
Japanese is supposed to be simple. The hardest part about it is memorizing all the characters. What's up with this bullshit about Gami and Kami?
Kami-sama arigato.
Arigato. Meida.
じわじわでも巡り会えたことが幸せなの。
I'm never getting into the Monogatari series. Along with Fate.
You should.
That just
You
seems
should.
like a whole can of worms that's not.
Okay, Monogatari, still watchable. Fate, no.
Okay.
This. Rewards. What?
Huh?
Do we get a What? Enhancement? What?
Huh? What's happening?
So, you know how in Tide of Ashes, right? There's the treasure chest.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw another one, another Minesweeper thingy.
No, there's another one, yeah. The one that has Dolly in it.
Dolly is always in the Minesweeper, along with
No,
Macchiato.
Rusty. No, like the fucking increase. At the hands.
What?
It's on the very top left of the minimap for the event.
Huh.
Oh, we have 6 days. We're definitely gonna be able to reach the boss fight, right?
Yeah, at the very least we'll be able to get all the crime brands, I think.
I already have all the crime brand.
What? How?
Because, Resty, I didn't use my crime bands from back then.
Ah, you'd never purchased them. I see. Yeah.
And the crime brands transfer over, which I didn't even know. Is a thing.
That's pretty wacky.
Your mom is pretty wacky.
Okay.
Oh, there's only one spawn? Well, time to put fucking serpent here. You go here. You go here. And you go here. And you go heal everyone. This is gonna be easy. No bitch is
no,
gonna
it's a Yiga.
escape.
Do I dare fight them?
Yes. Why not?
Yeah, you know what? Why not? Yes,
Because
I
you're
am
a
quite
pudding.
good.
That's why not.
I will take your life. That's not
So?
how you pick up ladies.
What?
Oh, holy shit!
Do you still remember how to not pick up girls in a dungeon?
Yeah.
How do you not pick up girls in a dungeon, right? Tell me.
Well, you just don't pick up a girl in a dungeon that's in a dungeon.
But why not?
I mean, because they're obviously a mimic or a succubus or whatever.
No.
Whoa! Holy shit, why do you guys hit so hard?
I am now finished with my fucking run. I wonder what this one is gonna be about.
Holy shit, the keys hit hard. I really need defense.
So, if we want to get the title, we need to reach
Since
like
there's no
level
yellow
20.
hearts anyway, I think it's better if I roast my heart foods.
No,
so they don't
we'll
take
be
up
able
too
to
much.
reach level 25 on Tide of Ashes.
I do not know. Hard to tell.
Level 25 on the boss. I wonder how the final boss works, because we never reached that.
We sure did. Yeah, I checked the info. It seems there's some people who haven't even tried doing the thing yet. What do we do with those guys? Like, is it even worth trying to do anything about them?
Which guys? Resting, you know that we don't wake up at the same time. Some of them probably work at night.
Nah, you can look up info on how your secret society handles Tide of Ashes, and there are people
Where?
who straight up never play the Tide of
Where?
Ashes.
So you go to Tide of Ashes, right?
Go to Secret
Where's
Society,
people?
and there should be, like, at the bottom of the Enter Tide of Ashes button.
Participation statistics. One
Yeah,
day
there.
ago, not. Ah. I see. What do we do with them?
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't think we can do anything.
True. That's what I thought.
I mean, they haven't, they aren't the guys that haven't logged in for like 7 days. Well, I'm saying we're making good progress. I think we can reach the boss. There's still 6 days. And it's only been like 2 days now, right? Or 3.
Yes. I concur.
I concur. Are you here to see me, Chief? Yeah, go fuck yourself. I'm not here to see you. I'm here to see your fucking items for sale.
Boogaga!
Oogaga. Rusty when he gets stabbed in Among Us.
I woke up in my boogaga!
Oh, what's this? Normal attack damage up. White Sands Apostle. Rusty! A chance to stun the target for 2 seconds when attacking. Guaranteed to trigger for monsters with core. Can be triggered once every 10 seconds.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's the White Sands Apostle. It increases your normal attack damage.
It's a 3 set though, right?
Yeah, it is. I think they have one of them. The other one.
Wacky.
Yeah, let me see the White Sands Apostles.
Right, I think I'm all out of fairies.
Ah, no, never mind. It's my first one. Hey, at least I got the tier 3 one, which increases normal attack damage.
Nice.
I think that might be also still good for Langley rescue. So you know how Langley works, right? If the enemy dies and it can deal damage on that tile, so yeah, might be okay. So what do you think is the best also, what level is your battle pass?
20 something.
Wow. 20 what?
Probably. Yeah.
Fuck, Rexy. I don't have enough. I'm at level 87, Rexy, and you wanna know how much fucking mania it uses to level up once?
Yeah, it's like 100,000, right?
154,000 to level up to 88.
Yep.
That's way too much.
Sure is.
Well, time to use all of my fucking stamina on the fucking Crime Brand shit. Not Crime Brand, I mean the Mania shit.
Way too destructive.
Alright, time to enter the fucking Oblivion Pit and not do anything in it. So, Rusty, how's your broken front line?
It's pretty good. I did my 3 attempts.
Your broken front line. Rusty. Well, how many points do you have? Why are you still not in high risk?
I thought you said tie the fascist. My broken front line, yeah. Eventually I'll get there. Just wait. Once I have Bayi and McQueen leveled up.
Rusty,
Ellie?
why do you still not have your character? Rusty, why do you still have your character talents not leveled to 7?
Because the materials fucking take forever.
Rusty, how do you think I got past broken front line?
I know.
You've been playing longer than I have, Rusty.
I know.
Like, I've been active for like a bunch of weeks.
I know.
I'm level 63, Rusty. You are like level 70. Right?
Yes.
Well, almost 70. You're 68. Same shit.
I'm gonna make a save here. I just have a bad feeling. Okay, good.
Like, what the hell are you doing, Rusty? How am I doing better than you?
Because I am
Honestly,
stupid.
If you invested more in your talent, you'd be doing better. I'm just gonna go open up Genshin now. Oh, by the way, you know the fucking floating island for the wind bloom. You know, the Alice.
Yeah.
It's gone.
Nice.
Yeah, it just disappears. There's no animation for it disappearing, like magical cover the the fucking floating item or something.
It just
Like hide it.
one frame it's there, and then the next it's not.
Yeah, the next day it's just gone.
Nice.
Yeah, it would have been cooler if it was a reoccurring island
Should
every.
have at least gotten shrouded in some clouds before disappearing, you know?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like a fucking preset animation or something. You know what would be cool in Genshin?
Well,
If cutscenes, were not fixed. Like shit just happens even if you're far away.
oh, is it cold right now? Yeah, but I am wearing cold resistance. Right, gliding just
Resting.
kind of costs a lot of stamina.
Especially when it's cold. Is it cold right now? I am wearing cold resistance. You know what? I'm just gonna keep doing that.
Probably.
You need to say some unhinged shit, Rusty. You need to say some based shit.
I thought I always say unhinged based shits.
Me when I say something unhinged but not based.
What the?
Me saying what the?
The boomerang didn't boomerang.
Me when the boomerang doesn't boomerang.
What the? What's wrong with this boomerang? It's fucking broken! I got
It's not
scared!
boom. It's not a boomerang. It's a rang. It's not a boomerang. So what happens when you throw it? It doesn't come back to you?
I throw it and it straight up just falls immediately to the ground.
Sounds great. Sounds like
I mean, it's a giant boomerang that you need two hands to even carry, and it's made out of metal. It's bound to not work. This stupid shit sucks.
no, I know what it sounds like.
What?
It sounds like a boomer.
True.
You throw it and it falls into the ground. That's what boomers are, right, Christy?
True. Finally, I can get actual clothing.
That's a thing?
What?
Christy,
Of course clothing is a thing.
you can lure big slimes by killing smaller ones?
What? That doesn't
Like,
seem all
apparently
that doesn't seem useful.
Apparently, that's how slimes work in Genshin, Rusty. I talked to the guy that's like trying to look for some miracle medicine. So if you kill small slimes, big slimes appear, which kind of makes sense whenever we go for chests.
True.
Anyways, I'm gonna use Nahida, read the minds of the slimes.
You can't do that.
Yes, you can. I mean, you can tell what they have in their minds, Rusty.
If you say so.
What they have on their minds is they're gonna die. Just like Bokoblin, Rusty. Have you opened up your Genshin yet, or no?
I have indeed done my dailies already by now.
Have you?
Most certainly.
Die! Die! A huge tiger slime appeared that time on.
And cook me some more of these since these are lucrative.
What's that about, Resty?
I'm cooking.
Hi, cooking. I'm Dad.
Why? Sometimes at
What
this
are you-
point, I don't know who to hate.
What are you doing, cooking?
Cooking is cooking. Right now. Dad?
Okay, what happened? Miracle medicine. Okay, he's dead. He just vanished.
Lucky.
He's gone.
I'm banishing you to the Shadow Realm.
Okay, Kakutori.
Do you know that meme?
Of course I do.
Where Thomas the Train gets banished to the Shadow Realm?
Of course I do. You wanna know where it's used a lot on?
Where?
It's used a lot in League of Legends. Wanna know why?
Why?
So Resty, this is lore about a guy. He was so strong, and was like, I wanna see that. I wanna see what the fucking afterlife is like. And then when he died, he was like, what the fuck? This is the afterlife? There's nothing here. This is garbage. And it was like,
Of course it.
you know what? You wanna know what the soul said, Resty?
What?
I'm gonna be the owner of the afterlife then.
Bruh.
I will become death incarnate. And you wanna know what he is now?
What?
He's a fucking floating set of armor.
Cool.
His name is Mordecai, the rest.
Mordenkainen?
Mordecai. So yeah, he's just a fucking heavy armor guy, floating armor, metal guy. And basically he was a warlord before he died.
Warlord.
Warlord.
Hey,
Before
now
he
you're
died,
slurring
everyone-
like me.
He was a warlord before he died, and he was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna take over this shit.
Nice.
So he's basically like Death incarnate, even though there's a different Death. Basically, he's like Hades, Resty. He owns the Death Realm.
Apparently.
And you wanna know what his ultimate is?
What?
So, you know how we have Death Realm, right?
So that's 300
If you-
total.
If you ulti someone, if you use
That's
your
basically
ultimate on
1,000.
someone, so that's it. If you
Mhm.
ultimate someone, you bring them to the Death Realm.
Nice.
And then you go fight to the death 1v1. Well, it's more like, he kills you while you try to run away from him and dodge his attacks inside the realm. That's more like the right answer, Resty.
Nice.
So he basically, banishes you to the Shadow Realm and murders you there.
Hence the meme being used.
Yes. It's also referenced a lot with like, you are going to Brazil.
No, anywhere but Brazil.
Yes, very good. Anyway, yeah, he's a very cool character. I like him. He's full armor dude, like a lot of fucking characters.
Hey, why is charge attack stamina up for Hylian Head even though I'm using Hyrule rebalanced?
Your mom is a rebalancer. He did. What the fuck?
Maybe it disappears after I upgrade it or something. That'd be wacky. Whatever. I won't exactly
So-
complain.
I don't know what Mordekaiser's motto is.
Sure.
His motto is every soul has a purpose, no matter how weak it is.
Sounds reasonable.
So he just collects souls and makes it like I don't know his own fucking army of soul undeads, I guess. Not really sure. I don't know about this guy, Resty. His name is Aprok.
Sure.
So basically, they were god warriors. Wario, yeah.
Uh-huh.
They are god warriors. Yes, yes. And the god betrayed them and sealed them in their own weapons.
Nice.
And he's been stuck in his weapon for so long that he wants to die. But he can't die. He's immortal.
Nice.
So you want to know what he decided to do?
What?
He decided that he's gonna kill everything.
Okay.
Because if everything is dead, then he might as well be dead. You know?
Nice.
So how he was able to move and do shit, you know, because he's a weapon, he's a big sword. Well, a fucking stupid mortal, human, was like, oh shit, that sword looks cool, I'm gonna grab it. And he got possessed.
Nice.
And the possessed mortal is too weak, Resty. It's too weak to withstand the strength of Aatrox. And the body just withers away.
Okay.
So, to keep the body alive, Resty, he kills everything and absorbs their flesh and blood and makes it his own. Sound good, right?
I see. How often does he need to do it? Like, how long until the body decays?
He just wanders around and just kills everything he comes into. So the thing is, we don't know.
Nice.
But yeah, all he keeps saying is like, I am not your enemy. I am the enemy.
I have this.
And yeah, he's very cool. He's very badass, and he hates the gods.
Sure.
And you know, he feels like a fucking Dark Souls boss, Resty. Like, you know, when Dark Souls, when the fucking boss shows. Yeah. Also, Mordekaiser is like that. Dark Souls boss, especially when you enter his death realm. And remember Pantheon, the Spartan guy?
No.
That goes, with the song.
No.
Anyways, Pantheon is basically the same as Aatrox in the aspect of hating gods.
Okay.
Because Pantheon got possessed by the war god. His real name is Atreus. Pantheon is the war god. And basically, Pantheon, the war god that possessed him, he fought Aatrox, Resty. You know, the guy that hates gods. And Pantheon died.
Nice.
But you wanna know what happened?
What?
Atreus, the man, survived.
Cool.
And Atreus was like, fuck you, Aatrox, I'm gonna cut your arm off.
Nice.
And yeah, Atreus is like, fucking gods are stupid and weak. We humans are strong. Humans are why gods fucking exist. And he's like, fuck God. So both of them hate God for different reasons.
I mean, sounds like they could be friends.
Pantheon likes to like say and empower humans, while Aatrox just wants to die. Aatrox is based.
Same, but different.
Alright. What is the best team in Fungus Mechanicus Resting?
Dunno.
What does the Anemo Mushroom do?
Dunno.
Oh, it reduces elemental resistance. I didn't know that.
Cool. Typical Anemo bullshit.
Who the hell is Hardy Doodlet?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can use Kindle Joy now, ST.
Nice.
Who the hell is Soka?
Don't know either.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bring Dual Blaze. Dual Blaze sounds like shit.
Nice.
Yeah, Dual Blade is the Pyro Mushroom. He sounds like garbage. Why the hell am I getting a bro response from someone else? Ah, he responded to that. Okay. I mentioned him and I said, is prime example of this.
Bing bang boom
You wanna
bang.
know what it was?
Wah.
You wanna know what it's about? A prime example of?
Sure. What are you guys
So
going
some
on?
guy in a different server said, "I wish I was also Asian. I would have looked cuter that way and way more youthful."
Okay.
And I responded by mentioning someone, and I said, he is a prime example of that." Oh, and then after that, he said, "You also have a cool perk where if you shave, you can cross dress, and it would be convincing."
Okay.
Based opinions. I don't know what's happening, but there's fucking sirens going off.
Oof.
Alright, time to bring Whirly, Bizarra, and Kindle Joy. Let's
Hungry. Oh
let's
right. I
recommend
think Mom
the
said
meal.
I'm supposed to eat lunch on my own.
Why is that?
She
And is
might
it lunchtime
not be
now?
She might not be able
Is
to
it
come home
lunchtime?
in time. Almost.
I see clarity. Quickly defeat the Mechanici. What the fuck is happening? What is happening?
What the fuck?
Why are you? What the fuck?
Okay. Wow, okay. I guess I'm never getting those upgrades.
Okay, that's gonna hurt. Fuck. Why won't you use your skill?
Sometimes you need to select the target.
No, but I'm using the pyro guy, the new mushroom. Kindle Joy. You don't need to select a target for that. So, who's your favorite mushroom bar? Aside from
Pi-
Bongo Head.
The Pyro one, lol.
Which pyro one? Dual Blaze? The short, lanky mushroom?
The attack type guy, not the defend type.
I don't like him, man.
Well, you're straightforward enough to use, so I can just get on with my fucking life.
I don't like the fire guy. The other one, the lanky guy, the attack type. I like the defense guy though.
Nice.
Oh. Yeah, I like the fence guy, fire, and then I like the electro guy. Electro guy, good.
Yeah, that guy's also nice and straightforward and easy to use.
He just goes Beyblade mode, you know, like all of the other enemies in Genshin.
True.
I don't really like the other guy. It's like if I had to choose, I'd rather pick the nano mushroom than the pyro mushroom, the attack type one.
I see.
I just think the attack type one sucks. Oh, what the hell is this? You have a wait. There's filamental mushrooms here
Where?
in Sumeru. You can buy violet grass, chinsin, fucking sango pearls. You can buy everything here.
Nice.
Rusty, I found the best shop ever. It has filamental mushrooms. It has dandelion seeds, violet grass, chinsin, naku weed, and sango pearls. What the fuck, bro? Philanemo. Why are they called that? Oh, by the way, did you watch the Princess in the fucking cabin, Rusty?
Resident Evil?
No, Princess in the Cabin.
No. Don't know what that is.
You know, the Manly Badass Hero game played.
Ah, right. I fucking forgot.
Wow, you're stupid.
Oh, hello there.
Yo, this guy is...
I mean, that makes more sense than her selling fucking Boko guts for some reason.
What's Boko Guts?
Monster. Intestines.
What are they?
Straight up, they're the intestines of monsters that you beat up, and for some reason, this nice old lady is just selling them. What are you hiding, old lady? In this mod, though, she doesn't do that anymore.
What does she sell then?
Something else. Fish.
Like what?
They're fish now instead, which makes more sense.
What is that old lady then? Does she kill the monsters?
I know, right?
If you secretly like a fucking, you know, level 20 adventurer.
True. Lots of those these days. It seems.
And you've seen them in fucking, you know, you've seen them in Wang Fu Inn, Rusty. The owner, the fisherman, and the chef.
True.
All level 20 adventurers over there. And then you just have a small, depressed emo boy. You remember him, Rusty?
Yes.
Do you know who he is?
Shao?
Yes. So Mika is actually taller than Shao, Rusty.
What?
Shao is just the smallest, I guess.
Ooh.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Where did the fucking guy said the fucking mushroom sanctuary is? North of Port Hermos, right?
Yeah, I don't really know. I don't really care either.
I want to find it. I just want to see mushroom.
Yeah, understandable.
Would you say it's north of? It's Port Northmost.
Hate.
So what you gonna eat for lunch? And also,
Not-
where are you gonna eat it?
Adobo probably, I think.
Where are you gonna eat it? Oh,
In-
spice merchant.
In my house.
Spices? What are you selling? Hey, she sells spices. I can buy spices. Nice. I'm gonna buy 10. Oh, I can buy pepper and salt here.
I
Gonna buy
forgot to take
100.
the Yiga guys. I just murdered the
Yeah,
Yiga
Yiga.
gal's freaking sickle. That could have been a good weapon.
The Yika guy? What do you mean?
There's a guy that tried to kill me, but I killed her
What the
first.
When was this large pot here? This wasn't here before. Weird. What do you have in mind? Bella, Bella, Bella. Oh, there's a treasure chest. Bella Ciao, there's a treasure chest. Where treasure chest though? I need to find it. Is it here? No, it's not here. I think I just got myself stuck.
Nani?
Why are you saying Nani? It's straight through here?
I need
like in the-
shrooms?
Rooms? For what? I found treasure chest. It's above there. How do I get up there?
Okay, so the armor upgrades really got changed.
What? What are you saying, honestly? Hey, I found another common chest.
Well, I suppose that makes enough sense. Time to start farming for shrooms, I suppose.
Treasure chest.
Now what am I supposed to do with all these
treasure chest.
tooth and horns I were collecting? I guess I just sell them.
Oh no, no. Rasputin, lover of the
Oh,
Western
alright,
Green.
I think that's it for now. I'm gonna go have lunch now.
We have to go. Rasputin, Rusty's greatest love machine.
Oh, right, you wanted a picture. Might as well
What?
do that first.
And no, 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 no. Enka, no, no, no. Enka, no, 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 no. Enka, no, no. Enka, no. That's fucking good. What the hell is this resting? Why, why are your artifacts level 8, 8, 12, 13, 8?
Yeah. Well, I need artifacts and I'm out of artifacts to level up shit with.
Your fucking artifacts are shit.
Yeah, well,
I got-
it's gotten better now since I am actually able to deal 1k damage on her normal attacks now rather than the stupid triple digits. That's because I recently changed her weapon. Do you want to know what her old weapon used to be?
Oh wow. 2,000 damage. Level up your fucking feather first.
I know.
Ever thought about that? Feather upgrade first, come on. Also, this is the first time I'm seeing you with over 100% crit damage.